What's up, everybody? Coach Brian Shamp here. Thought I would be productive and do a Facebook Live while driving. How about that? I haven't done that in a while. So, been pretty busy lately. So, time is valuable. Money and time, right? It's all we talk about a lot of times. Those are usually our excuses on why we can't do things. Money, time. So, I know I have a list of things to do, and I'm sure you do as well. I don't want to waste your time. So, if you're happy to be on Facebook, jump on here and hang out with me for a few minutes while I drive. I'm going to chat about microdosing, GLP-1s, like Ozempic, Tirzepatide, and my new Metabolic Edge System. So, if you want to learn more about those things, stay tuned. If you have any questions, please comment below, and I'll love to help you make some sense out of things. So for most of you might, if you've been following me for a while, you heard that I've been microdosing Tirzepatide, which is similar to Mounjaro. And no, I don't need to lose weight. I'm sure that's the first question. Why would you do something like that? So, the short answer is, if you don't know, I've had a creeping blood glucose over the years, and according to the lab testing, my sugar levels are higher than they should be, and I'm at 5.7 with my hemoglobin A1C. If you don't know what that means that's borderline, or just the beginning of a diagnosis. I don't like being called stuff. I don't like to be identified as a pre-diabetic. It's not good for my ego, especially as a trainer, but it is what it is, and that is the reality. So I am a pre-diabetic. I'm not going to say that again. I'm going to lower that, though. I am. And I know it's not just changing my diet. You know why? Because my diet's pretty darn good. I don't eat that many carbs. But I do other things wrong. I do a lot of things that I would like to improve that are not serving me well. One of the biggest things I've noticed is that my blood glucose levels are higher than they should be because I tend to sacrifice sleep. I tend to work a little too long, hang out a little too long at nighttime. That drives the sugar levels up. I even noticed that being on a GLP-1. And just for the record, if you don't know this already, I'm not a fan of Ozempic or semaglutide. It's kind of old school, I think, compared to some of the newer things out there. So Tirzepatide, if you're struggling with Ozempic, you had trouble with Ozempic, you want to be on a weight loss medication. I don't advocate this for everybody. I tell people not to do this thing most of the time. But, if you're dialed in with your nutrition, your gut health's pretty good, your hormones are pretty good, and you've been working out, you've been doing some stuff in the gym, got your strength training on, doing a small dose or a standard dose of my Tirzepatide would be good. Might be good for you, right? Again, I'm not a physician, I'm just a coach. But I work with a physician in a telehealth company that has physicians. So I've learned a lot from being part of this telehealth group, as well as just asking really good questions. One of my friends and colleagues, Lee Forrester, amazing wealth of knowledge. She's worked for Jumpstart Medicine for 10 years, really been in the trenches for 3+ years. She's outstanding. I'm learning stuff from her weekly. Hopefully she's going to be on my coaching call this afternoon with all of my clients. But she's been a wealth of knowledge. She's been in the trenches 3 years, like full time, like with GLP-1. So I've learned a lot. And I learned a lot by doing it myself. So hopefully you're still there. I think microdosing can be great. And again, microdosing can be a bad term now. Dr. Tina Moore does not like the word microdosing. So let's not even go there. Let's go personalized dosing. I think people are overdoing it. I think people are taking way too much. If you're starving yourself, whether with a medical drug or on a low-calorie diet or with fasting, you're losing your hair, you're losing weight, but you're losing muscle. If you're actually paying attention to the scale and you find you're losing muscle, that's just not good, right? So I want to support people the best I can. I always have. Right? So my number one goal is to support people with personalizing nutrition, dialing in nutrition. Like, what's your best fuel source? Right? Should you eat gluten? Should you eat dairy? What kind of dairy? What kind of gluten? If you are going to eat it, let's talk about that. Should you eat nuts and seeds? Some people shouldn't. What's your genetic traits like? There's folks out there. There's a lot of folks out there that have something called MTHFR. It's a folic acid problem. They don't do well on certain synthetic folate products. So we're a very unique species. Let's dial it in. Let's stop guessing. It's 2025, for God's sakes. You know, we can do food sensitivity testing. We can do microbiome testing. We can do, like, you know, advanced, you know, functional lab testing to find out what's going on, right? What's going on with that gut health? How are your hormones? Have you tested your hormones lately? Doctors don't test this stuff. They don't want to have you go through all these tests. I recommend my clients who I work with ask their doctor for specific lab work. Take advantage of your insurance dollars. Know where you are. You might need to go on HRT. Right? It's not as bad. It's not considered bad anymore. Of course, it depends on who you're talking to. But it wouldn't be good if you got HRT and then didn't check in with your doctor for a year. Want to know what's going on with that lab work. So people who do best on microdosing are going to do better when their hormones are dialed in. You know, if you're low in testosterone, estrogen, all that stuff, you're not going to do well. If you're eating a bunch of gluten, sugar, processed foods, starving yourself, you're not going to do well. You might lose weight, but you're just going to be on another weight loss program. So anyway, Metabolic Edge System, that's my new program. It's designed to give you an edge. It's designed to support you. My goal is to support you daily, not just every quarter. People need help. I need help. I have a coach. I have lots of coaches. I need coaches. The world is challenging. My head, whew, a lot going on in there. So if you have a lot of noise in your head, you need some help. If you feel like I'm the right guy, let me know. Alternatively, if you want a female, I have another coach for you. If you don't like me, that's fine. I can appreciate that. Lee Forrester is amazing, right? She's great. Awesome coach. She's been with me for years. She's also a registered nurse. So work with one of us. We both have your best interest at heart. Do you know right now you can get these peptides like $100 a month from like black market sites, research only sites? This shit is crazy. People are buying stuff from Mexico, China. Like, they just want to get skinny and they don't even care like what they're injecting. People are combining water and the drug and like mixing things up. This shit is nuts. I would never do that. And people think it's okay. Hell, I want to get a deal. I mean, I'm able to get these black market shit, and so can you, without a prescription. That is not what I'm doing. I know some of you think I'm crazy for even doing this, but I'm not doing that. I actually have a connection to a physician. So you actually have medical support. So just want you to know, you can do this the right way or the wrong way, or a bad way. All right. My goal is to help you. So that's a little bit about microdosing, a little bit about my Metabolic Edge System. I want to guide you with a holistic program, ideally. I know not everybody wants that. If you just want to get the medications, that's fine. Let's talk. But I'd love to support you with your nutrition. And not only that, your sleep, hydration. And I'm just not talking water. We need electrolytes, minerals. All right. We need to work on the mindset. We need support, community. I have a community. I'm a coach. Again, you don't like me, maybe Lee. Might be a better fit for you, okay? Want to work on breathing, movement. I have a whole strength and conditioning program that you can do online anywhere. I work at Lifetime Fitness. You can join me at Lifetime. We have a facility in Belmont. You can join me there. My goal is to help you some way, somehow. Lifetime members, you'll pay Lifetime, right? If you're a Lifetime member, all my Lifetime members, they work with me at Lifetime. Anybody outside of Lifetime, they work with me in my company. So if you're a Lifetime member anywhere, I can work with you through Lifetime. I will actually give you a better deal if you're a Lifetime member. I will work that out with you with Lifetime. Okay, so just so you know, any Lifetime members out there around the country, this place, Lifetime's awesome. We're killing it. We have amazing trainers, amazing programs. So happy to help any way I can. Let's have a call. Let's have a consultation. And if you need any help, let me know. Comment below, DM me, and we can chat more.